Hi friends, I'm Anna, the colorful foodie, and today I'm here because I am going to attempt making pasta for the first time. I have a cup of all-purpose flour and 3 eggs. How hard could it be? Anyway, let's start by standing up. I'm going to zoom the camera towards the table so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. We are going to start with a cutting board of whatever choice of yours. This is a wooden one. Here is a rolling pin. Here's a flour, and we are just gonna make a nice big mound right there. I'm going to make a well in the middle of this. I'm going to break the eggs that I already started breaking in here. That's the rolling pin. I would rather you not touch that right now, okay? Let's just watch. Can you just watch for now?
I want this.
I know. Actually, I'm going to separate these eggs.
Get it for me.
Yes, my love. So I'm going to do egg yolks only.
What are you doing, Mommy?
I'm separating the eggs.
Oh.
We'll maybe get 1 egg white in there. So there's 2 egg yolks and 1 full egg, let's say. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the eggs in the well. We wanna make like a little house so that the eggs stay in the little house, like that, contained, okay? Going to grab a fork. We're gonna kind of do this now.
It's a plate.
Is that fun?
Yeah, it's a plate.
We're gonna kind
It's
of...
a plate.
Don't touch, okay? It's okay, you can watch. But what we're gonna try to do is mix the flour together with...
Really, we're just trying to incorporate the egg with the flour as much as possible until it's time to start touching it, which it's coming.
You know what, I'm not gonna salt this because I only have Himalayan salt, which is not fine. See how it's getting like kind of doughy? You touched it. You have floury fingers now.
I'm a potato.
Okay, you're a potato?
Yeah. Are you there? Helping you.
You are helping me. That feels nice. I don't think we're gonna need all the flour.
No.
So we're gonna let it go out. Hey, can you let go of Mommy's hand, please? Thank you. Mommy's like trying to make pasta. Are you helping by watching?
Where's a potato?
You mean the Play-Doh?
Where's a potato? Where's a potato, Mommy?
So you continue to fold a little bit of flour while you knead. This is the process.
I'm just like intuitively moving. It's so fun to... I see my grandma making, not pasta. She's never made pasta, I don't think, but
Mommy.
she makes bread and biscoito. Oh, this is moving more than I like it to. Biscoito, which is like biscuits or cookies by hand like this. For me. I'm interrupting this video because I am cleaning the surface. I've decided I'm going to use my marble countertop to finish kneading the pasta. So I'm just transferring the flour here.
And then you just gotta go to town, guys. Like this is the hard part, I think, of making pasta, the actual kneading process. You can't really over knead, but you should do it for at least 8 to 10 minutes. You want to make sure it's firm, but it has a rebound, so keep going. You may need to recruit some help.
Maybe you need to wash your hands and come do this.
I wash my hands.
Good. You want to come do this?
Yeah. I'll do it.
So yeah, this is truly a family affair. It just makes it more fun. Wine Coach has these longer strokes that really work well with kneading. And I mean, I've noticed that he was stroking the dough a lot longer than me, and I think that really helped. This was a really fun learning process that we got to do as a family, and I highly recommend doing this for family dynamics. It's really rewarding.
Oh, but like you have to really like fold it and stuff, not like it shouldn't break. It should really be like stretched, you know.
What are you doing, Papa? How will I paint your pasta?
So I recruited some troops because this is not as easy as it looks. I need some man hands. There's some man hands. But it's hard, you guys. It is not that easy. And take those grandmas for granted. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. It's supposed to rebound, like kind of like that.
At this point, you want to mold it into a perfect ball. A lot of people like to add a little bit of olive oil to this to keep it moist. I'm not going to do that. Just form it into a ball and wrap it into saran wrap and let it rest. That's it. Let this guy sit. I flattened him out a little bit. Rebound test again. If it pops right back up and takes shape of the dough, you know that your pasta dough is ready. So now it's going to rest for 30 minutes to an hour. We just couldn't wait. So after 30 minutes, we had to bring it back out, cut it into 4 perfect pieces, and go to work.
We'll work on pieces. That to the side so it doesn't dry. Put down on this one.
So you may get frustrated because it may get stuck to your rolling pin and to the surface. Make sure you have plenty of flour and just keep rolling. Your objective is for it to get as thin as possible. Now I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, it straight up looks like a starfish here, but I didn't give up on the dough. I didn't throw it out. I just looked to see if it was getting thin and cut the sides and tried to make it as feasible as possible where I could get at least a few strips of pasta. It's just like pancakes. The first dough that you roll out is probably not going to be the best. Just keep going. As you can see, I didn't have any special equipment. Everything was manual. I was even using just a regular knife, not a pasta cutter or anything like that. So, you know, you do your best. You take the stragglers out and you try to make as even as possible of pasta. And don't worry about the pasta being the same shape and size. This is a manual labor of love. It's going to be uneven, and that's okay.
There, that's your pasta, honey. Your first homemade pasta. Oh, that looks good. It looks like pasta.
It looks like that.
Yeah, I think it's good.
And after you do the first one, you got to get to the other pieces, and it's basically the same thing. Flatten out the pasta as thin as possible. Use plenty of flour so that it doesn't stick, because it will stick. I can't stress enough that you have to roll this out to be as thin as possible. Literally, what the romantics say is that you could read a love letter on the other side of the pasta. Remember, when you boil this, it's going to thicken naturally, and then you're going to have really thick pasta if you don't have as thin as possible of the rolled out dough. Once you decide it's thin enough, then even out the sides so that you can cut it into a pasta. But first you need to fold. Folding it makes it a lot easier so you can get even strips instead of making these really long strips.
We successfully made some pasta. There's some scraps. And we have the last piece here, which is pretty good now. I think it really should rest longer than 30 minutes if we're able to have it rest longer than 30 minutes. That's all we did because we're kind of like anxious and we just want to like eat it already. We're just trying to flatten this out as much as possible. You want the pasta to be as thin as you could breathe through it, as if there was a love letter on the other side. So that's what our goal is right now. Making sure there's always flour in the flour here so it doesn't get stuck, because that's not fun. And trying to get it as long as possible for the type of pasta that we're making. So this is the easiest ones to do without like having, yes, Alexandra, without having any like roll out or special equipment, which we don't. I mean, we have this. So is it thin enough? Let's see. See? Thin enough to like see our fingers on the other side? My nail, see? Good job! I think it's ready, Alexandra. Good job, good job. Okay?
Yay.
Okay.
I cut it.
No, you don't cut it, because remember, no knives.
No.
You don't do knives yet. We're gonna try to get it as straight as possible. Okay?
I want to pick it up.
We're gonna fold it.
I want to fold it.
Alexandra.
I want to fold it.
I know, sweetheart. Whatever you wanna try
I
to.
want to fold it.
Be careful, watch your fingers. They're not gonna be even. It's okay. It's like a rustic situation, right? It's rustic. It's like homemade, so they're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna be the same. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's pasta.
Pasta.
We made our own pasta.
Yay.
Yay! That's really cool. So.
Yeah.
I'm excited! We finally made our own pasta. Been like a long time thinking about it and now finally doing it. Very exciting. Okay.